it's your favorite Andrina. I don't know about y'all, but I feel amazing on today. I am Andrina Phillips, CEO and founder of Keep Moving with Andrina. I am your transformational coach and speaker. I come to interrupt your soul and get you your life desires. And on tonight, I have an amazing guest that is going to come up and show us how to fall in love again and the mindset and actions that we need to have, whether you're single or whether you are married. So I'm excited about it. And not only that, before we start, make sure you share the broadcast for me, because everybody needs some good loving around here. But listen, I am your favorite Andrina. I feel good on today. And I'm excited. I'm excited about life. And I hope you are too. No matter where you are in life, get excited about your desire. Get excited about your journey. Get excited about you just being you and you growing and you becoming the best version of you. So listen, my guest is coming in now. Y'all are going to be surprised. Me and him have been riding with each other for a moment, talking and laughing behind the scene and encouraging each other along our journey. So I am fin to bring in one of Atlanta's favorite love relationship gurus.
Hello.
Listen, there you go. Hey, Mr. Johnson, how are you?
I am amazing. How are you today?
I am doing well. Thank you for saying yes to doing the show with us and showing up, bringing your greatness, bringing your superpower. I wanted the audience to know you are coming to shift our mindset and get us into action and bringing back love like never before. And I think people have forgotten about that. And so I'm excited about what you're going to give us, what you're going to implant into us about, falling in love again. So let the audience know who you are.
All right. Well, hello, everybody. I am Kelvin Troy Johnson. I'm a dating and relationship coach known as the Love Coach of Atlanta, but I serve the world through TikTok lives and all the live you hear. And I'm glad to do it. We help successful, single-centered women to find successful men for dating, relationships, and love. And so today I'm happy to be here on your show, Andrina.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you.
Yes.
They don't know that before I got remarried, you was my wingman behind the scenes. We used to dialogue a lot, about relationships. So tell the audience. So you wanted to speak about helping the singles, and you also said you want to tap into the married couple. So take us on that journey.
Yeah. So before I get into that, just to kind of let you guys know, my background is in working with males. I've been working. I come from the social work background, working with boys, men coming out of the system, men coming out of the church, men from my fraternity. Always working with males, and so I found myself in this business because women actually were the ones who came to me. It's like, Kel, I hear you talking to these men all the time. You got everything about the men. Tell me what's wrong with this guy. Does he love me? Does he want me? Does he care about me? How do I know if he actually cares? Is he cheating? Is he going to leave me? And what's funny is I'm still answering that question. Those questions.
Oh man.
Just yesterday, I was in a session and a woman was asking me those very same questions. But so what I want to talk about today is something I want to really start with: overall happiness. If you ask anybody who is, whether they're in a relationship, want to be in a relationship, Joe Schmo, right, off the street, there is one thing that every single person wants, and that is happiness.
Absolutely.
There's really only one reason to even get in a relationship, and that is to increase your level of happiness. Right? So how do we get to happiness? So I did a little research, and I found they did a study, and they were talking about it. They said 50%. Let's say we got a pie chart going, right? They said 50% of our happiness is determined by biology and genetics, right? Meaning situation you were born into, you just can't help, right? There are certain things about we always talked about it in school about nature versus nurture, right?
Right.
There are certain things that you were just, it was just your lot in life. It was the family that you were born into kind of shaped to be who you are and your perspective on thinking. And that shaped at least half of your happiness equation, right? So they also found that 40% is intentional activity. If you want to get to happiness, 40% of your level of getting to happiness is in your intentional activity towards happiness. And only 10% is life circumstances. Now, for some of us, we let life circumstances be the whole pie.
Right. Right. Exactly.
Like whatever's going to happen, I guess it was going to happen all along. you know, but I say that, we got that big 40% to be intentional about our happiness. So the way that I found for us to get to happiness is through self-awareness.
Oh man, now you tapping on my thing. You tapping on my thing. You tapping on it.
Yeah, because listen, I don't care what it is, you can't get the happiness until you know who you are.
Absolutely.
You can't be a good mate unless you know who you are. You can't find a good mate until you know who you are. So so self-awareness, for those that may not know, the definition is the ability to focus on yourself and how your actions, thoughts, or emotions do or do not align with your internal standards. Okay.
Absolutely.
So all that just means is knowing yourself and knowing who you are.
That's it.
It's your own actions, thoughts, and emotions that determine how happy you're going to be. So I sometimes I'll get these some friends, people who come online, and they'll be like, Kel, I can't find nobody. I'm tired of being alone. I'm tired of going to work, coming home, getting my pajamas and go to bed. I just want a life. I want to do something. So I'll ask them, so what are you doing this weekend? Probably same thing, right? And listen, here's the thing. Nobody's coming to your house.
Listen, one thing that people fail to realize, they don't want to do the work. And that self-awareness requires you to do work. So in order for you to get the mate that you desire, not even only the mate, happiness, anything that you desire in life, you must work on you first, because working on you will attract what it is that you want. And people, I'm telling you, in this game, because that's what I teach on, but most of my people I get, that's the one thing that they are afraid of, is to tap into who they really are and really peeling back the layers.
Right. Listen, you got to get there, right? Tell him the UPS man, he's coming. He's not hanging around, no conversation. The mailman, now they dressed in regular clothes. You don't even know if that's the mailman or not.
Right. You better come on.
they delivering and moving on. And so, so you have to be, remember that 40%, intentional about finding what it is that you want.
Yes. But I think it starts with your mindset. Mindset plays a major role in your desires or your life, the life that you want to create. So you're saying self-awareness, which requires you to get to know self. What's an action that they can take to get into that mode of, you know what, I truly want my desires. I want the love of my life. What do you think is the very first thing that they can do to begin to start that journey?
So here's what I think. I think think that you have to create the path for somebody to follow how you want to be treated.
Absolutely.
Okay? Look, if you're going to, let's say you're going to go fly across country, you're going on vacation or whatever. Well, if you want your mate to fly you first class and enjoy, guess what? Maybe you might need to book your own first class ticket to do the thing so that you're comfortable in yourself, and in your mind starts to say, oh, well, wait a minute. We don't accept bottom of the barrel treatment. We do high quality treatment. Now, it may not be an airline. Maybe it's the hotel, right? Do you have to book the lowest hotel?
But people, that's when it comes to knowing your worth and your value. And a lot of times as single, people don't get that in order for me to get what it is that I want, I first have to become it. A lot of times they don't have the confidence to get into that zone, but they want what they want, but they're not even doing it themselves. I get it.
Right. And so you got to create the path for somebody to follow in order to get what you want. So once you do that, and the person, let me tell you something about men. A man is actually following your lead.
Oh, I promise you that. I know that already. But as women, sometimes we think that he's leading. But really, we set the tone.
Listen,
we set the tone.
He there's nothing wrong with him leading, right? And yes, I agree. He leads in that way, but you set the tone
absolutely
for him to lead. Okay,
how he will lead.
Exactly. So let's say my man say, hey, I'm taking you out to a seafood restaurant. They got crabs, they got mussels, they got all of this stuff. We're gonna have a great old time. They got lobster, and you're gonna love it. And you be like, oh, really? Oh my God. A man is taking me out. A man, he actually take the plan. He actually set things up. But wait a minute, I have a seafood allergy. So what? You're gonna just go to the restaurant and you say, well, look, I'll just eat a salad. I'll eat something. You don't want no daggone salad. But so it's setting the tone is, hey, thank you so much. I am so impressed by you. I got this one request. Can we tweak it and you find someplace that doesn't have seafood, because I have a seafood allergy and I want to enjoy everything with you. You see how that moves?
I do, but a lot of times, especially as women, and nowadays, because women are so independent, you can be labeled as difficult because I have a standard, right? You may label me difficult instead of recognizing that I have a standard and I'm not being difficult, and I do want to enjoy your company, but I'm not willing to settle. Some men will take that as, oh, you're trying to be difficult. Oh, you don't want to go, and that might shoot his ego, because he's like, listen, I'm trying to take her out, but now she's coming and she's saying, I like to go, but can we switch it this way? Then I'm telling you, I've dealt with it before.
I get it. And I understand why he did that. So the thing is, it's not what you say. It's how,
that's
it's not,
true too.
It's how you put it. And if you and so listen, I'm telling you, talking to a man is a skill. If you want to be able to relate to a man and be able to like make that real connection and that hook in there, communicating with a man is a skill, and you get to practice all the time.
I think it's simple, but men are simple. Men are really not as complex as we think that they are. And yet it is a skill. Yeah, it is a skill, but it's also a skill for a man to learn the dynamics of a woman.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes. Oh yes.
Behind the dynamics of a real woman,
Right.
because a real woman have standards,
Mm-hmm.
right? And boundaries. And sometimes men are not willing to put in the work for that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I hear that all the time. I hear that.
Really. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, yes. There are men who need to listen more, right, and be more in tune, and
Mm-hmm.
be flexible when it comes to that, right.
Mm-hmm.
But let me tell you something, Andrina. There are some women who are difficult.
And there's men that are difficult too.
I agree. Listen. There are some women who are difficult, and it's like sometimes a guy doesn't know how to move when a woman is oppositional. And I tell the guys, listen, if she's too oppositional, just cancel.
What do you consider oppositional, or what you consider difficult?
Okay, so they can be the same thing, but opposite meaning like she opposes everything, even through in the conversation that you have. It comes to the point that you realize, wait a minute, we don't share the same values. And look, the only reason to meet is to advance what we already, the seed that was already planted. So if you find a guy that's difficult, right? Oppositional, he opposes it. I don't think that. I don't think we should go there. I don't think that should happen. I don't believe in that. Like all of that negative energy, and you can feel that negative energy. Feel that, don't go. Right. Don't. Now listen to this, Andrina. This that I talk about. Women will do something that men don't do.
What?
Look at that face.
What? Because I'm ready for this one.
Listen to this. A man actually has to like you to take you out.
A woman do too.
Listen to this. A man has to like something about you to take you out, whether it's your body, maybe it's your eyes, maybe walk, maybe it's the energy that comes from you. He gotta like something about you. Women don't have to like nothing about a man to say, yes, I'll go out, right?
No.
Listen to this. Let me finish. A woman is thinking about the entire time. She's like, look, I'm going out to a restaurant. I'm going to have a nice meal. I'm going to put on my heels. I'm going to be in a nice, we're going to listen to a nice band. Hey, why not? I don't really care that much about him, right? She's thinking about the whole experience.
I disagree with you. I ain't even going to let you walk that dog like that. I disagree with you.
Person and whether he likes something about that woman.
I disagree with you. If a woman is going to go out just because, that's a woman that doesn't have no standards and she hasn't done the work.
Time out.
No. She has not. Because with me, with me, before I remarried, men used to ask me out all the time. But if I felt like he wasn't representing who I was becoming, I wasn't going out. I can go dance. I can go buy my own meal. I can fly across the country myself. I don't need to entertain something or someone that is not at the level that I'm at just to say that I'm going. Now, there is some women that are like that, but that's a woman that doesn't understand her value and the substance that she carries. Because you don't just say yes to any and everything. You don't eat everybody's food.
Yes, Andrina, you shouldn't. And that's why we're here having these conversations, because it happened. You know, just as you stated, that's not something that you do, but women will go on dates for dinner.
But that's the women that don't have no value and they don't understand their worth.
Right, and that's why we're here. That's what I'm saying. Because that same woman will feel like, well, wait a minute. What? There's these men, they're out there using me. He just used me. He just had sex with me and left me and never talked to me again. Right? don't think about the many times that she went out on a date with a guy that she didn't even like, but she went out and used him for his time and his attention and his money. You see what I'm saying? So when we play these games, right, they go back and forth. So what I'm suggesting is we get real, coming right back around to self-awareness.
Okay, because I was going to take you around that bush too. Let's get back to self-awareness.
Yeah, it comes back to self-awareness. Who are you? Who and what do you want? And the clearer you are on what it is you want, then when that guy presents and you say, well, wait a minute, as you said, wait a minute, our values are not in alignment. We're this conversation is adversarial already. So how would I waste my time getting dressed?
Absolutely.
To go out with this person and we can't connect already. That's my.
That's good. But like we said from the very beginning, there is different layers on reason why people are where they're at. 50% because of your childhood. That is a determined factor on who you pick as a mate and also how you show up in life. And then the other 40% is intentional. 10% is self-awareness, but it really needs to be 100% self-awareness. In order for you to get what it is that you want, you have to tap into who you are and who you are becoming for you to set the tone and the standard for what it is that you desire. So give us your top 3 nuggets that you give people, male or female, married or single, what they want out of life and as far as love. Give your top 3 action steps, your tips.
Okay. So here's my top 3. Take the time to write down what you want. Right. With my clients, when we get together, we create an avatar. I create an avatar for who the person is that is going to be perfect for your life. I think sometimes we end up choosing people because they were around at the time. Right. As opposed to really like it's specific, especially if you already been in a relationship or you've been married before and all of that. You already did the whole choose who was around your space at the moment, right? This time around, be specific about what it is that you want, right? And then look at that list and ask yourself, am I the person that is going to want? Am I the person that this woman is going to want? Right? Because sometimes we want something, but we not the thing that we want.
Absolutely. And you know what? When I was single, prior to me getting married, when I was in my process, that one thing I used to always ask myself is, would I date me? Would I date me where I'm at? Would I date me? Right.
That's important. So first sitting down and writing it down. And look, the second thing is you got to get out and get social, right? I actually created a meetup group here in Atlanta called Christine ATL, and we get together and we do these rooftop events. We go out, we connect. I play love games. Like I get on there and we almost like, we've done like, love connection, like the thing on TV, and all of these games. We put people in the hot seat and just ask.
I bet that's fun.
And audience ask questions, all of that sort of thing, right? But there's an opportunity for you to go out and meet people. Look, Andrina, for some people, the reason they haven't met anybody is because they haven't been out with anybody. So hop on. Here's what I'm suggesting. I suggest you go on meetup.com, look up whatever it is you're interested in. Trust me, there's somebody got a meetup group with it. Whether it's love, whether it's hanging out, making new, whatever it is, there's probably a group in your area. Go join the group and just go and be social. Right. Stop having all that focus in on trying to find the one. Just find all them little ones.
But listen, some people only know home, work, and church, or home and work. Some people are just don't have the confidence to get out there and say, let me go to meetup.com and just get out there. I understand socializing. I think if you can socialize by yourself, then you can merge into those type of groups. But you're absolutely right. Networking or socializing does play a part in you meeting your mate.
Yes.
And learning what you like and what you dislike.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And all around, and it's a bunch of people who feel exactly how you felt. You know what I mean? That's why I love those kind of groups. And the last thing I'm going to tell you is, don't be afraid to shoot your shot.
Oh, now
listen to this.
No. Now listen. Now, some folks can't deal with rejection. so some of them ain't gonna shoot their shot. They're not gonna shoot their shot because they don't want to deal with rejection.
All right. Well, can I lay it out?
Go ahead, lay it out. Go ahead.
All right. See, because listen, you may not realize this, but men deal with this too, right? Feeling like they're going to be rejected. But see, for us, we understand no risk, no reward. We know that women are generally not going to come up to us and have the conversation. Right. We have to take the risk. And so when a guy, you ever wondered, like, let's say you at the, I always talk about being at the gym or the treadmill or at the supermarket, and the guy's he's just standing there. Eyes just keep meeting. And you're like, why is this guy, he keeps looking at me? He figure out if he should come over there and talk to you.
But some women do shoot their shots. Like I used to get that all the time at the gym, and if he's staring, hello, hey, how you doing? So, that's not always the case. Always the case.
So let me get to it. So what he's doing is he's assessing risk versus reward. He's assessing do I have a shot? Does she have a boyfriend? Does she have somebody, right? So for a woman, there's a couple ways that a woman can shoot her shot without even saying a word.
Okay, then.
Okay. I'm talking about you're at the now you're at the restaurant and you're having dinner. You see this guy, your eyes lock eyes, right? You see this person, you smile, boom, smile says, I like you. I got a video. Smiling says, I like you, right? That eye contact says, I see you, right? You turn your whole body around. Turn your whole body around to him and give him that smile, right?
Okay, then. We're going to turn our whole body around, right?
Whole body around. Right?
Okay, then.
Says, I'm open to you. And I got... All right. And look, Andrina, I got this last little thing. Releases this guy, and he is coming over there to you. He's going to get out of his head and get it with the last thing. Now that you facing him, turn to him and do that old school thing. You come here. Guess what? He comes over there immediately. You may not have to get to all the way to the finger. But I'm telling you, just in case that you do, keep that in the back of your mind in your little pocketbook.
I'm so grateful I'm married because I am not doing all that. Come here and turn your body. All I did was walked in Walmart and threw one line. You are handsome, and that was it, and got him. You hear me?
Look, I love that. And I'll tell you what, Andrina, what you just said is more than what I just did, right?
Right. Yeah, that's too much. You should just be yourself, Calvin. I just think you should be yourself.
Yes. But see, but here's the thing. You showed your personality, and with that line that you gave to him, you actually shot your shot. And so I encourage women, look, there's not, shooting your shot is not saying, hey baby, how you looking good. That's not shooting.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes it's just good morning with a
Yeah,
nice big smile
yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
holding that gaze. You hold that
Mhm,
gaze and
mhm.
boom, he got the idea. Because see, sometimes men, their mind, they're not even paying attention to anything. And so
Right.
sometimes those little subtle things help a guy to get out of his head and into action with you.
That's good. But like I said, I'm glad I'm married because you know what, my nerves too bad for all that. Turning your body, doing your finger like that. But hey, if to me, one thing that I know that my husband told me that he liked about me was what you hit on, my personality. And I feel like if you show up in your most authentic self,
Mhm.
owning that, that will bring the attraction. People really like when you are authentic and you confident in who you are. We all are a work in progress, right? But if you just show up being you
Yeah,
and doing the work, I feel like that will attract you who you want.
yeah,
And
yeah. And
mhm,
I say your best self, because this just
yeah,
being your ain't enough. Like
yeah.
because yourself could leave you at home in your pajamas. That's
Right, right, right,
right.
right.
But I'm saying
Absolutely.
your best self, being open, being fun, and
Mhm.
I'm telling you, you on your way.
Yeah. I sure appreciate that. How can people if okay, then before I close, what if you got an introvert, right? That
Mhm.
don't know how to show up like that, don't have the confidence to shoot their shot or to go to a meetup. What will you encourage them to do to gain the confidence, to take the leap, to get out there and date again? Not even only an introvert. What about someone that has been divorced and been hurt? You know, what would advice would you give them to say, you know what, you got to leap anyway?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the advice I would give an introvert or anybody who's just getting back into the dating market, get into the thing that you're passionate about.
Mm,
Okay. So I had a lady one time she had been just recently gotten divorced after being in a relationship for 20 years,
mm-hmm,
27 years it was. And
mm-hmm.
that's a long time to be married and now to be divorced. And she was
Yes.
want to get back out. I just want to be, back into the dating market, but I don't know where to start. And
Mm-hmm.
I looked at her Instagram and I noticed that she was into Zumba, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, okay. So when she asked me, I said, here's what I want you to do. You're into Zumba, right? She said, yeah, I love it. I go out, I do Zumba, and I feel so free. I feel so.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So I told her, I said this: if you love Zumba, get into Zumba, right?
Mm-hmm.
Find out where the Zumba conference is. If you feel so confident in the Zumba environment, find out where the big conference is. Find out where there's what's going on in other states. Fly out there to these places, making new friends in this environment that you're already comfortable with.
Mm-hmm.
Those little steps of confidence build big bridges into finding real love and real friends. And so that's what I would suggest to somebody: get into what it is you're passionate about.
Uh-huh. That's good.
Because I'm gonna tell you something: there's nothing more beautiful than a woman who loves her life. There's no lipstick, there's no hairdo, there's no outfit more beautiful
Absolutely.
than a woman who loves her life, and a man who loves his life. There's no
Mm-hmm.
more attractive than a person who is passionate about their lives. Watch.
Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. All right. So I appreciate you, the love coach, everything that you're doing and how you're showing up and how you're getting people to fall back in love again and show up in their life. Give us one winning moment, an empowering moment that we can take away from us.
Yeah, I want to tell you this. I had a brother who was a musician, and he passed away a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And he and I had spoken the day before,
Mm-hmm.
and we was preparing for what we were going to do this summer. We're always thinking about like advancing and doing this and doing that. And he was in his car. He said he was having some heart trouble after he was a musician, pianist, organist, played at church. He had left church. And he said he was having this heart problem. And he said something's not right with my heart. Like, I don't know. So she told him, pull over, call the ambulance, 911. 911 came. He walked and got in the ambulance, sat down in the chair. And by the time he got to the hospital, he was gone.
Oh man, sorry.
To tell you, he had plenty of plans for the next day, for the next year, for the summer. He had all these thoughts and desires, but it ended just like that. Andrina, I want to tell you something. I want to tell your audience, you don't know where that end is.
Absolutely.
So you enjoy your life right now. Enjoy your life by yourself. Enjoy life with a mate. Enjoy your life finding new friends. It should be a continual situation of you adding beautiful things and beautiful people to your life, because this is your one shot and it's not a rehearsal. This is it. So go.
That's beautiful, Kelvin. That's real beautiful. And to enjoy your life. That's really awesome. I tell people, enjoy, live, love, and laugh out loud.
Yes.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Well, I appreciate you. Tell the people how they can reach you.
All right. Well, you got
meet you, how they can tap into your resources.
Yes. You guys can go to lovecoachatlanta.com. Lovecoachatlanta.com is my website as well. You guys can look me up everywhere. Kelvin Troy Johnson on Instagram, Facebook. I do a little bit of Twitter, but not much. But mostly on TikTok. Come follow me on TikTok. I got some fun stuff happening. TikTok is my biggest audience. And so I love being there and love sharing the gift with people. So if you want to book a session, you could book a session. Let me know that you saw me on Andrina's show, and I'll give you the $99 coaching special.
Oh, thanks right here, man. I appreciate you. Listen, y'all, it's your favorite Andrina. I hope y'all had an amazing time with us. Y'all stay empowered, stay motivated, and be inspired. Live your life out loud, unapologetically. Listen, y'all stay amazing.